Have you ever laughed with someone, shared your deepest secrets with them, only to find out later that while they were hugging you, or they were sharpening the knife behind your back? There is a specific kind of pain that doesn't come from your enemy. It's a pain that feels like a sickness in your stomach. It's the pain of being loved to your face, but stabbed in the back. Today, we aren't just going to talk about the betrayal. We are going to dissect the psychology of the friendly enemy. We are going to figure out why you didn't see it coming. And most importantly, we are going to rebuild the armor so that no one ever gets the chance to do this to you again. If you have ever felt like a character in someone else's chess game, I need you to watch until the very end of this video, because the closure you've been looking for, it isn't going to come from them, it's going to come from here. Let's define what we're talking about. We aren't talking about a random person you don't like. We're talking about the person who sat across from you at dinner. The person who told you, "I love you," or "You're my best friend," or "I've got your back." But here is the distinction that most people miss. There is a massive difference between a conflict and a betrayal. This is a specific breed of person. Psychologically, we often label them as covert narcissists or simply opportunistic frenemies. They don't want to destroy you in a fair fight. They want to destroy your reputation while keeping their hands clean. They want to look like the hero while you look like the villain. And the worst part, they don't just steal your peace. They make you question your own reality. You start thinking, wait, did I imagine that? They were just being so nice to me yesterday. Am I being paranoid? No, you aren't paranoid. You are picking up on the dissonance between their words and their actions. And today, we are going to trust your gut. A conflict is when someone yells at you to your face. A betrayal is when someone smiles at you, collects your ammunition, your fears, your insecurities, your secrets, and then uses them against you when you aren't in the room. To heal from this, you have to stop asking, "How could they do this to me?" and start asking, "Why did they need to do this to me?" Because the moment you understand their motive, you stop taking the betrayal personally. There are three main psychological drivers for this behavior. Number one, the scarcity mindset. These people believe that your light dims theirs. If you get a promotion, they feel smaller. If you find love, they feel more alone. So they don't betray you because they hate you. They betray you because your success feels like a threat to their survival. They need to knock you down a peg to feel tall again. Number two, the lack of object constancy. This is a psychological term. Most healthy adults can be mad at someone, but still remember that they love them. A person with low object constancy. If you do one thing they don't like, in their mind, you are now 100% evil. They flip a switch, so they can smile at you one minute and slander you the next because they don't hold two truths in their mind at the same time. To them, you deserve the knife. Number three, the audience effect. Some people only feel powerful when they have an audience. They love you to your face because you are the main character they want access to. But they stab you in the back because they need to feed the crowd. They trade your secrets for social currency. Your pain becomes their popularity. Understanding this doesn't excuse them, but it does something better. It liberates you. It tells you that this wasn't about your worth. It was about their emptiness. Let's talk about the moment of discovery. The moment you found out that the person who said I love you was the same person spreading your business. I want you to close your eyes for a second, to it, to on, the poem in if you need to, and think about that moment. Maybe it was a screenshot you weren't supposed to see. Maybe it was a friend who finally had the courage to tell you the truth. Maybe it was overhearing a conversation in a place you thought was safe. What did you feel? If you're like most people, you felt three things simultaneously. Rage, how dare they? Grief, you realized the person you loved never actually existed. That was a character they played. Shame, and this is the dangerous one. You felt shame for trusting them. You felt stupid. I need to address that shame right now. Stop it. Stop blaming yourself for loving genuinely. The fact that you loved them openly, that you trusted them, is not a flaw. It is a strength. They exploited your strength. The shame belongs to the liar, not to the loyal. But here is the trap. When you confront them, what happens? You go to them. You're hurt. You want an apology. And what do? They stab you again. They say, "You're being crazy. I never said that. You're misinterpreting." Well, you did this 3 years ago, so you deserved it. This is the second wound. The betrayal was the first wound. The gaslighting after the confrontation is the twisting of the knife. They will never give you closure, because closure would require them to admit they are the villain of the story. And in their mind, they are the victim. So, where do we go from here? How do you heal from a love that came with a knife? There is a concept in trauma recovery called radical acceptance. It doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you stop fighting reality. The reality is that person showed you who they are. Believe them. Here is your 3-step plan to survive and thrive after being bad. Step 1. Stop seeking justice. I know you want the world to know the truth. You want to post the receipts. You want to clear your name. But here is the hard truth. Fighting a liar in public is like mud wrestling with a pig. You both get dirty, but the pig likes it. The moment you engage in the mudslinging, you validate their chaos. Your silence isn't weakness. Your silence is the only thing that confuses them. They are waiting for you to react so they can say, "See, I told you they were crazy." Step 2. Starve the beast. Remember earlier when I said they use your secrets for social currency? Cut off the supply. This is called the gray rock method. You become as interesting as a gray rock. No more emotional reactions. No more telling them your wins. No more telling them your losses. Can they realize they can't get a reaction from you, and they can't get information from you? They will lose interest. They will move on to their next target. Let them. Step 3. Reclaim your narrative. The reason this hurts so much is because they stole your story. They told a version of you that wasn't true. You have to take the pen back. Your story isn't "I was betrayed by someone I loved." Your story is "I survived a betrayal and became unshakable." You don't rebuild trust by learning to trust others again immediately. You rebuild by learning to trust yourself. Trust your gut. Trust the red flags you saw early on but ignored. Next time, when you feel that little whisper in your stomach saying something is off, you will walk away before the knife comes out. There is a famous quote that says, "Sometimes the person you'd take a bullet for is the one behind the trigger." And if that happened to you, I am so sorry. It is a lonely feeling. But here is what I want you to remember. Their betrayal was a statement about their character, but your ability to love, to trust, to be vulnerable, That is a statement about yours. Don't let a wolf in sheep's clothing convince you to hate the sheep. If you are currently healing from a situation where someone loved you to your face and stabbed you in the back, I want you to do something for me right now. In the comment section, type the word enough, just one word, ENOUGH. That is your declaration. It is enough. You've been hurt enough. You've been silent enough. Today, we close this